Memory is one of the most mysterious and essential functions of the human brain, because without it, we wouldn't be able to build relationships, learn, recognize our own name, or even know who we are. And although it might seem like memory is just about storing information, it's actually a deeply complex process that involves entire neural networks, chemical reactions, and electrical impulses. And the truth is, science still hasn't fully figured it out. First of all, memory isn't stored in just one specific part of the brain like a hard drive. Memory is distributed throughout the brain, and different types of memory are associated with different regions. The brain doesn't just store information, it organizes it, filters it, rewrites it, and sometimes even erases or reshapes it. What we think of as a memory is actually a reconstructed version of an experience, which may subtly change each time we recall it. We divide memory into three main categories: sensory memory, short-term memory, and long-term memory. Sensory memory is the first layer. It acts as a brief record of everything our senses detect. It only lasts for a fraction of a second. For example, when someone walks by and you catch a hint of their perfume, but forget it moments later, that's sensory memory at work. Unless the brain finds the information relevant, it disappears almost instantly. If it does seem relevant, it moves into short-term memory, which holds small amounts of information for a few seconds or minutes. This is the kind of memory you use to remember a phone number just long enough to dial it. The average human can retain around 7 items in short-term memory at once, which is why phone numbers or PIN codes are often split into groups to help us remember them more easily. Important information then moves into long-term memory, which can last for days, years, or even a lifetime. This is where we store childhood memories, knowledge from school, and even muscle memory like how to ride a bike. Long-term memory is divided into explicit, conscious, and implicit, unconscious memory. Explicit memory includes facts and events, while implicit memory includes skills and habits, like driving a car or playing a musical instrument. The hippocampus, a small structure deep in the temporal lobe, plays a key role in transferring information from short-term to long-term memory. If the hippocampus is damaged due to trauma, disease, or neurodegenerative disorders like Alzheimer's, the brain may lose the ability to create new memories, even if old ones remain intact. In Alzheimer's disease, neurons deteriorate, and connections between them weaken, leading to confusion, disorientation, and memory loss. One fascinating fact is that memories are not stored as complete files. Instead, different elements of a memory, visuals, sounds, smells, and emotions, are stored in different parts of the brain. When we remember something, the brain reconstructs these fragments like a puzzle. This process is not perfect, which is why memories can become distorted, altered, or even entirely invented. And we may still believe them with total confidence. Sleep plays a critical role in memory. During deep and REM sleep stages, the brain consolidates memories, strengthens connections, and filters out irrelevant details. This is why lack of sleep not only impairs our ability to learn new things, but also our ability to recall what we already know. Pulling an all-nighter before an exam actually weakens memory formation rather than helping it. Emotions are another key ingredient. When something triggers strong feelings, like joy, fear, anger, or sadness, our brains release neurochemicals like adrenaline and cortisol, which enhance memory formation. That's why we vividly remember where we were during major events in our lives, while mundane days slip away without a trace. You can also train your memory. One famous method is the memory palace or method of loci, used by memory champions around the world. You imagine placing pieces of information inside a familiar environment, like your childhood home, and then mentally walk through it to recall them later. Associating images with places or stories gives the brain a stronger anchor. There are also mnemonics, rhymes, acronyms, visual aids, and repetition techniques that significantly improve recall. Not because they make your brain better, but because they work with how your brain naturally stores associations. There's also a rare phenomenon known as highly superior autobiographical memory, or HSAM. People with HSAM can recall nearly every day of their lives with astonishing clarity. What they wore, what they ate, what someone said on a specific date decades ago. It's not photographic memory in the Hollywood sense, but it's still incredibly rare and poorly understood. And while we often think of forgetting as a failure, it's actually an essential brain function. Forgetting helps us focus on what matters. If we remembered every detail, we'd be overwhelmed and paralyzed by irrelevant information. Our brain constantly decides what to keep, what to file away, and what to discard completely. Scientists are still exploring the depths of memory, We don't know why certain memories remain for life while others fade in hours. We don't know why dreams that shook us emotionally disappear by breakfast. And we definitely don't know whether our most cherished memories are accurate or just illusions our brain created to protect us. But here's what we do know. Without memory, we wouldn't be human. Every thought, every feeling, every decision we make is shaped by what we remember. Our past is not behind us. It lives inside us, shaping our present and guiding our future. And that might be the greatest mystery of all. Subscribe us for more videos.